Mark Robert Michael Wahlberg was born on June 5, 1971, in Dorchester, a working-class neighborhood of Boston, the youngest of 9 children. His parents, Alma, a bank clerk and nurse's aide, and Donald Wahlberg Sr., a U.S. Army veteran, divorced when Mark was 11, and he split time between households. He was raised Catholic, an identity he still claims publicly decades later. Long before red carpets, Wahlberg's first brush with pop fame came through his older brother Donnie's world. At 13, Mark briefly joined what would become New Kids on the Block, then quit after only a few months, a footnote that would matter later when he circled back to music under his own steam. The late 1980s were turbulent. As a teenager, Wahlberg was involved in racially motivated attacks in 1986 and, at 16, in 2 1988 assaults on Vietnamese American men. He served 45 days after pleading guilty to felony assault. Years later he applied for a pardon, arguing he had changed, and one victim publicly said, "Everyone deserves another chance." The incidents remain part of any honest accounting of his life. Music offered reinvention. In 1991, as Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, he released Good Vibrations, produced by Donnie. It hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and top charts across Europe, instantly reframing him in the public eye. The next year, a Calvin Klein underwear campaign with Kate Moss made him ubiquitous and controversial. Moss later said the 1992 shoot left her feeling vulnerable and scared, a reminder that the ad's cultural impact was complicated. The imagery nonetheless helped launch Wahlberg's transition from teen rapper to mainstream celebrity. Acting arrived in stages, supporting turns in Renaissance Man 1994 and The Basketball Diaries 1995, the breakout in Boogie Nights 1997, and steady work through Three Kings 1999, The Perfect Storm 2000, and The Italian Job 2003. The inflection point, however, was Martin Scorsese's The Departed 2006, which earned Wahlberg an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, while the film won Best Picture and Best Director. As his bankability grew, Wahlberg gravitated toward producing, partly for control, partly to build something larger than any single role. He executive produced HBO's Entourage, loosely inspired by his early Hollywood life, and later Boardwalk Empire, recruiting top creative partners and helping shepherd prestige television into the 2010s. He also produced How to Make It in America, Ballers, and the docuseries McMillions, broadening his footprint behind the camera. On the film side, Wahlberg's producing paid off when The Fighter 2010, in which he also starred, was nominated for Best Picture at the 83rd Academy Awards. Christian Bale and Melissa Leo won acting Oscars. Wahlberg's own nomination was as one of the film's producers. His 2010 screen persona toggled between blue-collar heroism and self-aware comedy. Ted, Lone Survivor, Transformers, Age of Extinction, Patriots Day, Deepwater Horizon, and Spencer Confidential, among others. Parallel to that, his name became a producing brand in sports and business-flavored TV. Ballers, which he executive produced, even drew grumbles from NFL leadership, according to Wahlberg. Entrepreneurship evolved from side hustle to second career. With brothers Paul and Donnie, he co-owns the Wahlburgers restaurant chain. He expanded into car dealerships with business partner Jay Feldman, opening and acquiring multiple Ohio stores beginning in 2018. Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet in Columbus was the first, followed by additional Chevrolet, Buick GMC, and Airstream/RV locations. In 2019, he co-founded Municipal, a performance apparel brand that has since opened brick-and-mortar stores in West Hollywood and Oceanside while positioning itself as sport utility gear. Wahlberg is frequently its most visible ambassador. His portfolio kept diversifying. An investment in Flecha Azul tequila alongside founders Aaron Marquez and Abraham Answer, publicly revealed in 2022, and fitness ventures including F45 training, an arena that brought fresh headlines in 2024 via a lawsuit filed by David Beckham's company over a disputed stock grant tied to a marketing deal. The personal through line, family and faith, grew more public in the 2020s. In 2022, Wahlberg and his wife, model Rhea Durham, moved their family from California to Las Vegas, a shift he says was about quality of life for their 4 kids and a vision to help build Hollywood 2.0 in Nevada. His Catholic practice, prayer fasting during Lent, surfaced in interviews and even a Super Bowl ad. In 2024, he appeared in a national commercial for the prayer app Hallow and has been a recurring voice for the app's Lenten, Pray 40 campaigns. The work didn't slow. Arthur the King, released theatrically on March 15, 2024, cast Wahlberg as an adventure racing captain who bonds with a stray dog on a grueling endurance course. It's based on Michael Leinord's true story. He followed with The Union, an espionage-tinged Netflix actioner opposite Halle Berry in 2024. Meanwhile, the disciplined lifestyle that once went viral, 2:30 a.m. alarms, prayer, multiple daily workouts, remains part of his brand. He has joked about tweaks, but the message is the same: do the work early, then stack the day with family and business. Even in 2024, media outlets were still parsing his habit of 2 a.m. training sessions. If there's a single pattern to Wahlberg's career, it's conversion of setbacks into fuel. The arc from a 1980s rap sheet to a 2007 Oscar nomination is stark. The pivot from novelty rapper to serious actor, then to producer and entrepreneur, is rarer still. Entourage and Boardwalk Empire helped define a TV era. The Fighter proved he could will a prestige project to the finish line. The restaurant chain with his brothers is a literal family business. The dealerships in Ohio show a bet on Middle America. Municipal reflects his self-improvement ethos in fabric and footwear. The tequila stake positions him in a competitive celebrity spirits market, and the public practice of faith, rare in Hollywood, ties back to how he introduces himself: husband, father, Catholic,